Okay, hold. 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 Here. Try. Teaching a dog to retrieve and do hold, this is something that most dog trainers don't include in a board and train. This would be advanced. And the reason for this is that it's not easy. It's not. It's the toughest thing that I teach it well. Turning off light switches, opening refrigerators, stuff like that's pretty difficult too. Opening up a refrigerator is a continuation of a retrieve, or a continuation of hold. It's like a retrieve. Go over there, grab the rope, and pull it open. So there's a lot of the commands for service dogs that are tied into the dog retrieving. So anytime you have a dog opening a refrigerator, a door, a drawer, anything like that, they're essentially doing a retrieve. It's kind of a modified retrieve. He'll get it. He's about 2 weeks in, I think. He's a 5-month-old puppy. Anytime I take a puppy, I know it's going to take longer. That's just how it is. I have about an 8 or 9 week old puppy coming this weekend, who's adorable, by the way. His name's Finn. He's adorable, which is strange because I thought he was going to be an Aussie Shepherd. And now a miniature Aussie Shepherd's coming. It's just, you know, life is strange. It really is strange. So we're going to start working him, making sure that he knows that he needs to hold it. And we're going to put him in different positions. Here's Hanu doing whoa. And if you notice on this clip, I have him going up onto like a railroad tie. And the reason why I did that is that he didn't want to do it at first. And dogs don't want to do that. They don't want to get on this either. But anytime you make the dog compliant, it makes it easier for other things you're teaching the dog. You're sending that message to the dog, no, do this, it doesn't hurt. When I was putting him up on the railroad tie, there was this, he does this like crying thing, this screaming crying thing, which I've talked about this, I only see in smart breeds. The Shibas are notorious for doing this. He was doing, I'm like, I'm not doing anything. And he said, I don't want to go on the railroad tie. If your dog does that, don't get sucked in. They're trying to manipulate you. And I know that that's putting like more brain power in the dog than really exists. But that's what they're doing. They're trying to control the situation. They're not thinking, they're responding instinctually. So they don't think about it. They're like, their instinct is to like make the scream, and maybe the dog trainer will leave them alone. But I've seen it so many times on so many breeds. Like, you're not stimulating the dog with the e-collar real high. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not even using the e-collar. They just don't want to do it. Like another example would be when he goes in the, I want him to be in the whoa position. He was doing this and he wasn't used to me. No, sit. Me sliding my foot underneath it. He didn't want me to slide my foot underneath him, which isn't hurting him, but he would do this screaming thing. Shibas are notorious for this. Shibas are notorious for this. It's always like it's always one of the breeds that's real smart. They try, dogs will try everything. They will. They have all kinds of methods at their disposal instinctually to avoid doing something, avoid the learning process, and you can't get sucked in. You just can't get sucked in. If you're dealing with the dog and you're thinking that the dog is an emotional creature, it's not. It's not. As soon as I put the dog on the railroad tie, as soon as I put Hanu up in the whoa position physically, just no screaming, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Do you see what I'm saying? They're doing it to sort of control the situation. And dogs are hardwired to do that. Let's go put him on the railroad tie. He'll do it now without his crying. You know? Up. Whoa. Hold. Hold. Good boy. Hold. Hold. Drop. Now, if you notice, he's panting. It's starting to heat up. And because it's heating up, we're going to drop retrieving until it gets cooler. Or we'll do stuff inside, which is more than likely, because we need to stay on target with this. This takes the longest. So I'm probably going to take him inside and try and get him to move on the table with this, because it's going to be hot out today. So we'll repeat this again here. But this is something that you really have to do. You have to get the dog used to getting in all the positions up. Whoa. Here, head up, buddy. And holding them. Hold. No, hold. Hold. Good boy. Hold. No. Head up. Don't let them put their head down. If they put their head down, they're going to drop it. It's a lot of muscle memory. Hold. Drop. Good. Good boy. Heel. Now I'm in the shade, and I'm going to show you what I mean about he's going to drop it when I try and put him in the down position. But this is the problem. If you don't do this and don't do the hard work, the dog won't get it. Okay? So now this is a no-no. No. Sit. Sit up, buddy. Now first we're going to have him just go in the down position. Then I'm going to have him hold it and go in the down position. You ready? Hanu, down. You may even want to do it like, no, down. Let's reposition here. Hang on. Now I saw some dog poop over here. I don't want him to be uncomfortable. Sit. Okay, so down. You don't want him going down position, smelling something horrible. So you put him in the down position. You might even have him just hold it down, hold, like that. And then you might want to try, no, see, he's not used to doing this, hold. And then you might want to put light pressure up here and have him go into the sit position. Sit. Good boy, sit. That was successful. Okay, so now the same thing. No, hold. Hold. We're going to have him go in the down position. Down. 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 Hold. Good boy. Drop. Good boy. It's a lot of muscle memory. And you have to do this. And I know this seems like it's going to be a lot of work. But if you don't do this, your dog is not going to do a retrieve proper. Here, sit. Hanu, up, sit. And that's a fact. You have to do this. You have to do the hard work. It isn't about, somebody said underneath my video, they go, do you know anything about the breed? That's what they said. Just throw a stick. Are you out of your fucking mind? Don't throw sticks to your dog. My background is with retrievers, with retrieving. My dad trained retrievers, okay? That's my background. Yeah, I know something about the retrieve and I know something about the breed. It's like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Do you know anything about the breed? Yeah, I'm just going to start throwing a stick. This is going to be a service dog. He needs to pick up keys, okay? Here, heel. So we'll do it again. We'll put Hanu back in this. Hanu, no. No sniffing. Sit. We'll have him hold it. Right? Hold. 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 Down. Hold. No. 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 Hold. Gonna put it light pressure because he's obviously not gonna do it. Down. Hold. Good. Good boy. Okay, sit. Good. Hold. Drop. Now we'll do this over and over today. We'll do this inside on the table, and he should be doing this. He should be able to do this by tomorrow or the next day, meaning he should be able to hold it and go in the down position and not drop it. It might take a couple days, but like I said, if you're going to teach the dog to do a proper retrieve, you have to take your time and be thorough. If you're not thorough, the dog's going to give you refusals. The dog's going to drop it. You can't do it like that. Trust me, you can't just throw an object and get the dog rudimentarily picking it up and have a dog that's worth anything. It's certainly not a service dog or a hunting dog. You can't have a retriever that may or may not go get the bird you shot, or go out there, get the bird and eat it. Remember that hunting dogs, he isn't a hunting dog, but hunting dogs are not trained to kill. They're trained to go. Bird dogs are trained to go either find the bird, right? Or when you shoot the bird, they're trained to go get it. They're not trained to eat it. So they're trained to go get food and bring it back without eating it. Hano. So some of the sessions we might just have them in the down position like this. Hold. Good boy. Hold. We'll pet him. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Drop. Good boy. It's cool right here. We might stay here for a few more minutes and do. He's looking at one of those bumblebees. It's not a bumblebee. It's I think it's called a wood bee or something like that. Those big yellow and black bees. I thought that those bees, they were in my house, at the side of my house. They bore like tunnels and shit. I thought that they would bite. They're aggressive. They were flying by my face and stuff and flying by the dogs, but they're harmless. So I just let them live. Unless I have some kind of infestation that goes inside my home, you know. And I'm getting my roof done, so it's not going to be an issue anymore. Good boy. So we'll put him back in the sit position. Hano, sit. Sit. Physically putting him in the sit position, sort of like doing the weave pulls. Physically start putting them in the position. Don't listen to the food trainers. That's a ridiculous method. Bribing the dog. Dog training is a lot of muscle memory. So we put him in the sit position, and he will learn to do push-ups by the time he's going home. Hold. Hold. Down. Little light pressure. Down. Good. Hold. No, hold. Okay, sit. Drop. Now, did you see when he was going in the down position, he took his paw and did that? It's similar to a Shiba. I'm telling you, there's some similarities to the Aussie Shepherd. A lot of these smart dogs, they all sort of have similarities. One, because they're all related. All dogs are related. They're all a subspecies of the wolf. So they're all related, and they all have similarities. That's why you shouldn't get too wrapped up on the breed of your dog, because the breed of your dog, it's a dog. They're all sort of the same. They're all taught the same. And there's a spectrum of dog behavior that all dogs fall into. So if a dog comes here with behavioral issues, it doesn't really matter what the breed is. I don't really care. It's all sort of the same thing. If you're dealing with a dog trainer that's like, you'll deal with dog trainers that are like, they won't deal with certain breeds. They won't deal with dogs that are of a certain size. A lot of those dog trainers, they're not going to even deal with your dog if it has aggression problems. We're talking about positive reinforcement food trainers. They'll tell you to put your dog down where you were told the wrong thing in the beginning. Jane, the service dog, she did the worst thing a dog can do when she was a puppy, because she was working with this guy, Drew, in Manhattan. I'm not going to say his last name, but she was, no, is that his name? Yeah, I think his first name is Drew. His last name begins with whatever. And anyway, she did the worst thing that a dog can do. And the owner called me and said, well, you know, that this guy said that I should put the dog down. He couldn't get the dog to do anything. Within a week, I had the dog doing all kinds of shit. And she's now a service dog. You know, it's unrealistic, food training the dog. Hano does, no, don't eat grass. Hano does have a e-collar, and I recommend e-collars for a lot of dogs. For almost all dogs, they can be positive. The trick to e-collars is you don't use them high up. You want to use them lower than a human can feel it. But if you have a dog that's high drive, like one of these hunting dogs, many of the hunting dogs, you got to dial it up, you know, to a point where a human can feel it. But you don't want to dial it up too high, because when you do that, what happens is it causes excitement, and excitement is the point where all dogs make a mistake. They bark, lunge, bite, or just don't listen. So excitement is not a plus. Let's try this one more time. Hanu, heel. Here, heel. No, sit. Hanu, hold. No, hold. Hanu, down. 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 Good boy. Down. Hold. Hold. Hanu, sit. Sit. Hold. Hold. Drop. On the way down, I could tell that he might have held it. He might have held it, but it's sort of like the weave pulse, like we keep the leash on the dog. Now he's doing the weave pulse off leash now, but this morning we were using the leash. You keep using the leash. We're not going to go back off leash again for some days, and then we'll try it a couple times, and then we'll go back to the leash. But don't think the dog's doing great, and then all of a sudden people go too fast. That's the biggest problem. Hanu, heel. Hanu, heel. Sit. Hanu, hold. Hold. Hanu, down. Down. Hold. Hold. No, hold. 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 Hanu, sit. No, sit. Get in that position. Sit. Good. Hold. Hanu, down. 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 Hold. Hold. No, hold. No, hold. Hold. Sit. Yes. Drop. Now, did you notice the way that each time he got in the position, I stopped putting pressure on the under part? Do that. And also, did you notice the last time we got success of him going in the up position? And that's all you need. It's muscle memory. He's doing a bunch of things at once, so don't worry about it. That, like, he can sort of do a sit-up, but when he's doing this, you know, there's too much on his plate. So put the dog in the up position, right? Using the leash, give the dog direction. A lot of times when you're doing that, that's a distraction, and the dog holds it in his mouth, and that's the point where you're getting success. So let's watch this one more time. I'll put him in the down position. I'll give light pressure, and then when I say sit, I'm going to pull him up, but I'm going to, no more pressure underneath the chin. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hanu, down. No, don't worry about the neighbor's dog. Okay, so watch this again. We're going to have him hold it. Hold. Hold. No, hold. Hold. No, hold. Sit. Drop. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say, is you have to get the dog moving and holding it in their mouth. That was exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. Some dogs, I put it in their mouth and I encourage them to walk towards me with it in their mouth, putting light pressure. Like this. Sit. Right here. Go in the whoa position. Here. Whoa. Whoa. No, don't worry about the neighbor's dog. Whoa. So I'll be out in front of the dog. Hold. Hold. And with light pressure, Hanu, here. Yes! Yes, no jumping on him. But that's it. So let's try it again. We'll give him a little bit more distance. I'll call him to me. By the way, we're working on here with Hanu. And you have to condition that in. And we'll have a video coming out on that. But we'll put him over here. Sit. Now this is something that I almost always do with, no. The dog moves, he needs to go back. It doesn't matter that there's a dog distracting us. Sit. This is something that I almost always do with the Shiba. This is the method. Sit. Hold. Hold. Hanu, here. Good. That's it. See what I'm saying? He's moving and he has the object in his mouth. I'm telling you, you have to go over this. If you don't go over this, it's not going to go well. You have to teach the dog to, like, walk and chew gum. It's a series of steps. If you think that you're going to do it quicker, you're going to cut corners, you're going to have a poorly trained dog.